Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another video. Big up your damn selves in the building. Make sure you smash up the likes every single damn time and subscribe if you're new. It's hot in the UK. It's sunny outside and Chelsea are interested in Isak. I'm telling you, I'm buzzing, bruv. I'm absolutely buzzing my tits off. Hold on. Sorry, what? It's too much money. The wages. The transfer fee. Just like Elise and Williams. What? There's no way. But this would have balanced out the team. It's a striker, so he can play on the left wing. No? There's nothing we can do about it? Are you sure? But what about Enzo and Caicedo? We signed them for expensive fees, and there was a report. It said that Chelsea would be willing to break their budget on the wage cap on players they believe in. This only lasted 3 hours. This rumor. We were all excited. All right, I'll tell him. All right. Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already we already did that. Yeah, we're not getting Isak. Shock. Breaking news. Breaking news. We're not getting Exala. Brother, how many more times do we have to do this? How many more times do we have to do this, guys? When are we going to learn? Even the minority who lost their minds making justifications, illustrations. Jesus Christ, we will never learn as a fan base. I swear to God. Guys, we cannot afford. We do not have the facilities. We do not have the capabilities. We do not have the capacity. We will not be signing Alexander Isak. Confirmed by multiple sources now. They've come out and said that Isak is too expensive. The wages, the transfer fee. Newcastle would want upwards of over £100 million, probably even more potentially than what we paid for Caicedo. It's no surprise. They paid 60+ million for him from Real Sociedad. He is the jewel in the crown. He is their main man, the talisman, 21 goals in 30 games. He will not be costing minimal money, and he will be on massive wages. I think he's on about 120k a week right now. He's going to want minimum 200k, and rightly so. Rightly so. And it is a balancing act, because it's not even to say that we couldn't actually sign Isak. First of all, I love Isak as a player. I just want to say this off the record, if I haven't already said it. This would have been like my tippity top transfer target. Guirassy was like a kind of meeting in the middle. You know, because we can't afford, we don't have the capacity. So maybe if we went for someone cheaper with a release clause, take a bit of a gamble. He's going to Dortmund. It's confirmed. Guirassy's going to Dortmund for the release clause. He's a compromise. He's someone that you take a gamble on because he's not too expensive, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. It's a stopgap, etc., etc. This is like creme de la creme. This is peak performance. This is Premier League proven, young, 24-year-old, goal getter, technically secure, flamboyant, fancy, fluid, plays off the left, plays up front, interchange with Jackson, perfect competition. It's just wonderful. And a better ball striker. It's beautiful. It's everything I would have dreamed of. I'm telling you now, this would have been the player, the guy. There would have been competition from other massive major clubs, of course, as well, because we know Arsenal have been linked and whatnot, but it's just not going to happen. We know the market we're fishing in. We know the waters we're diving into, and we're not going to be paying players upwards of over 200k. And we're not going to be buying anybody, in my humble opinion, for over 100 million again in this window. We finished in a Conference League place. That has its repercussions. That has its consequences. And especially when you can't get Gallagher or Chalobah off the books because they're digging their heels in and saying, actually, we hold all the cards. We're pretty calm and confident in the position we're sitting in. You can hold that as an institution. And they're well within their rights to do so. So we are making a bit of money. I mean, don't get me wrong, 70 million on Maatsen and Hall combined. It's two left backs that didn't really feature for a big, massive chunk of their Chelsea period and career. You know, it's a lot of money to bring in, but it's not going to bring in that level of player, in my opinion, that would do a British potential transfer record. So it is over. The 3-4 hour window of excitement is dead. And I pronounce it. I put it in the mud. So yeah, it's a shame because I really would have liked this player. But we do know that Gulu is, Chelsea have reached an agreement. Here we go was given and confirmed. And the 18-year-old striker from Barcelona is contractually obliged to be here until 2030, it would seem. And it looks like potentially he's going to be moulded into the first team according to Nazar Cancelo. And he may even be the only transfer for striker position that we go for. I don't know. I've asked this question a couple of times because if we're going to be integrating him into the first team potentially, or at least let Maresca take a look at him, and he's not going to be immediately on the loan list, then does that mean that's the only striker coming in? Does that mean that Jackson's going to spearhead the attack with Gulu as the backup? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you happy with that? Are you cool with that, I guess? It wouldn't surprise me too much, to be honest, if that's the direction we went down and just allowed the Datro Fofanas and the Gulus and, the Washingtons to fight it out in pre-season for that second choice position, with the added bonus of obviously Nkunku remaining fit for the majority of the season. I would not be surprised if Chelsea deemed that good enough options. So yeah, we'll see. But it's a done deal, as we know. The £5 million pound release clause, David Ornstein there confirming that too. And Chelsea will be, at least for the beginning of the preseason, be trying to integrate him and see how good and how involved he can be in that first team. I personally would still like to see someone of experience or someone with a certain quality, certain evidence of quality and of goal rate come in, of course, because I'm not willing to chance our season on just Gulu and Jackson. Because if Jackson gets injured, you're putting incredible amounts of pressure on a young 18-year-old to spearhead Chelsea's attack next season. And I don't particularly like the option of Nkunku starting as a striker because I prefer him in the 10. If we are going to not play with or not buy a new right winger, of course, we can keep Palmer over there. We can continue to use Madueke, but I would like to see Nkunku in the 10, playing facing the goal, playing receiving on the half turn, playing in the half spaces, making runs off the striker. I think this is his best position. If you play him up front, you ask him to go up against two massive, monumental centre-backs, back to goal, target man potentially at times, and it's not, in my opinion, his best position. I'm not saying he can't do it to a decent level, but why would you not get the best out of one of your best players? Begs the question. So for me, I'd prefer a striker for him to play off as he did at Leipzig, but we will see what happens in that regard. There's a lot of strikers floating about right now. It's, Davide, Jonathan from Lille. It's last week Samu. It's so many names flittering around. It's very confusing. It's very discombobulating, and I apologize for the people that are not enjoying this, because it's every day there's a new link. Every day there's a new striker on the block. Whether it's Justin Bieber from Germany or it's potentially, Duran is dead, and who knows who will come up next. It's tough times if you're trying to keep up with everything, and that's why I'm not. I'm coming here when I'm really feeling like I've got a good amount of news to gather up and kind of go through, but to go through every single piece of breaking news, every single piece of exclusive news, I don't know. If I tried to do that, wow, be uploading 4 or 5 times a day. I don't think anybody wants to see my face 4 or 5 times a day, especially with this new bid. And speaking of this new bid, this is not a spawn, this is not a promo, but a lot of you in the comments are asking me when and how and why do I have this bid? Well, Regain. It's not a promo, it's not a spawn. I know there are many young men out there that are struggling to grow hair follicles on their face, and that is why I'm telling you this is the real deal. This is what I'm using. I'm not here to gatekeep. I squirt the little foamy foam. I apply it onto my face twice a day. I rub it in. And next thing you know, you guys are in the comments thinking, "Yo, what happened to this young man? He looks like he's 50." If you want to look like you're 50, if you want to look stressed, apply the Regain, and there you go. I should be spawned. I should email them, but I haven't, and I won't. Free promo. And because I love you guys, I want you to, to achieve what I have achieved. It's quite incredible, really. You know me, I was struggling for quite a long time. I had a chin strap like Lewis Hamilton. Now, I'm on my way to a fully fleshed out beard. Who knows what I'm going to do with it when it's fully formed, but it's incredible work, I must say. 27 years of age, by the way. Puberty long gone. Let's move on to Lukaku news, because Conte is very intrigued and interested. However, unfortunately, in my humble opinion again, this is just my hunch, they will not be putting in a serious bid until Osimhen is well and truly sold for the premium price of 115 to 130 million. So we kind of need to look at Osimhen links away from Napoli. Who is interested? Who is going to pay the money? Does anybody actually rate him that highly for what Napoli are demanding? And if that's not a realistic sale, then this is not a realistic purchase. Conte can love and lust over Lukaku as much as he likes. If they don't have the cash from Osimhen, they're not going to pay for him because they've already got their number one head honcho up front. So the most realistic move for Lukaku then becomes, in my opinion, despite AC Milan's interests, is going to be Saudi. And Saudi clubs are queuing, priority boarding, as I believe. But Lukaku has also hinted that he is interested in learning Arabic. So there could be something going on there. There should be some flirtatious, there could be some movements. There could be a date. It could be some potential, text messages. Who knows? I would love to be Cupid. I'd love to bring you two together. I think Lukaku and Saudi go together so greatly. I could almost put it together in about 5 minutes. Honestly, I'll drive you there if you want to the airport. I don't even drive. I don't have a license. I'll still drive you there safely and securely. So, I'd love to see Lukaku go to Saudi. Couldn't really care less what the price is at this point, but somebody has to actually put in an offer. We're still waiting for that. But yeah, Lukaku still here. No goals in the Euros, by the way. Not helping the selling situation, but it is what it is. So yeah, Lukaku's still here, but hopefully somebody comes in for him at some point and we can get him off the books at last. But yeah, those Italian clubs flirting around with absolutely no cash in their wallets, and they're just going to offer, Haribos, Freddos, God knows what else. They're not going to offer any serious cash money. It's going to be some sort of foolish deal, loan with no obligation to buy and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. And I do also want to touch on the fact that Chelsea are interested in bringing in a left-footed centre-back. They've been linked with various names, one from also Nottingham Forest, which a crazy eye-boggling amount of £50.7 million. 50.7 million. This brother was signed from Corinthians last summer for 12 million euros. Now I'm hearing 50 million. Now, again, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Reports are very, very, touchy right now. We don't know if it's actually true. Maybe an agent is using us as a means to get out of Nottingham Forest. But I think it's fair to say that I wouldn't pay £50 million. And I also would also look at the left side centre-back situation and say, right, we have Colwell, we have Badiashile. I'd look at the left-back situation and say we have Chilwell, we have Cucurella. Now, we know Chelsea, as a board, have come out and said they rate Levi Colwell extremely highly, so I don't expect him to leave. They shut down reports of an exit when those Bayern Munich links were there. And then, obviously, Badiashile is also someone that was scouted and signed by Lawrence Stewart. So I'd expect to see him given another year to at least try and show that quality and worth after recovering from the injury. We go to left back, and both of those left backs cost a whole heap of money and are on a whole heap of wages. Are they going to be moved? I don't think so. So will Chelsea actually have any room to bring in a left-footed defender? I don't think so. So it's, again, more speculation, more names, more reports, more clicks, more traction, and more excitement for some of you. But do I actually believe anything's going to take place? No, I do not. Until I hear a sale in these areas of the pitch, there is actually no room for anyone to be acquired. And the same applies for left wing. I hate to be boring, but I'm being So truthful. We have Mudryk, we have Sterling. They cost a lot, they earn a lot. Where is the room for a left-footed winger? Sorry, a right-footed left winger in a Somerville or a Williams, who was never going to join. Where is the room? It doesn't exist. So again, it's more maybe Chelsea, I don't know, putting out this information, or it's journalists just being opportunistic and saying we can link whoever we want to Chelsea because we know people are going to eat it up because everybody expects Chelsea to be busy. I don't know which one it is, but again, until I hear about exits, how can I hear about incomings in areas where we don't have any room? It's very, very confusing stuff to me. So yeah, we will see how it all goes. This has been your transfer update video where we talk and discuss the recent rumours and come to conclusions that are sensible but boring. And make sure that you guys let me know in the comments, like I said below, on the striker situation. Are you happy with Guru kind of being the second choice striker behind Jackson, or do you want someone else to come in that is a little bit more senior, ready to pay mortgage and sit down and settle with wife and whatnot? So you let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you smash up the likes, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Big up your damn selves in a bit, people. Peace.